All right, let's just jump right in. We all live here in British Columbia, and we know it's earthquake country. But you know, knowing it and actually being ready for it, those are two totally different things. So today, we're going to cut through all the noise and give you the clear, simple things you need to do before, during, and after that inevitable shake.
And this isn't some new threat, not at all. We're talking about a pattern that's literally centuries old. In fact, over 300 years ago, a massive magnitude 9 quake rocked this exact region. It's just a stark reminder that these huge seismic events are basically baked into the very DNA of this land.
And that brings us to the most crucial point. All the experts agree. The question isn't if another major earthquake is going to happen, it's when. Those tectonic plates are always moving, and that pressure is just building and building. So we've got to shift our mindset from, oh, maybe it'll happen, to, okay, it's definitely happening.
So here's the question that really gets to the heart of it all. And it's based on that classic fable, right? Are you the ant or are you the grasshopper? The grasshopper just goofed off all summer and was completely unprepared for winter. But the ant? The ant worked diligently and was safe. When it comes to being ready for an earthquake, the choice is really that simple. The things you do now will decide your story later.
So, let's break down what it actually means to be the ant. And look, this isn't about some huge, complicated, overwhelming project. It's about taking smart, simple steps to prepare, starting right inside your own home.
You know, here's something most people get wrong. We tend to imagine the biggest danger is the whole building collapsing. But the reality is, a ton of injuries actually come from all the unsecured stuff inside our homes. Toppling bookcases, mirrors falling off walls, water heaters breaking loose. Just taking the time to secure these items is one of the single most effective things you can do to prevent someone from getting hurt.
An emergency plan is basically your family's playbook for chaos. And the logic here is simple, but really, really crucial. You need one contact who's far away, because the local phone lines will be completely overwhelmed. But a call to another province might actually get through. You need 2 meeting places, one close by for small stuff, and one outside your neighborhood in case of a bigger disaster. And finally, you have to practice it. Seriously. In a real crisis, you won't have time to think. You're just going to rely on instinct.
Being prepared means having 2 totally different kits. Your home kit, that's the big one. It's built for sheltering in place for at least 3 days, though honestly a week or more is even better. Think of it as your personal support system when no services are running. The grab-and-go bag, on the other hand, is your escape pod. You need one for each person ready to be snatched in a second if you have to get out of the house fast.
Okay, we've covered preparation. Now let's get to the most critical, life-saving action that you absolutely need to burn into your memory for the moment the shaking actually starts.
Your first instinct might be to run, to try and get outside. You have to fight that instinct. The single safest thing you can do is to drop, cover, and hold on. Drop before the earthquake drops you. Cover your head and neck under something sturdy. And hold on tight because that table or desk is going to be moving around. It's a simple sequence that has been proven to save lives, time and time again.
But what if you aren't near a table, right? The core principle is always the same: protect yourself from things falling on you. If you're in a car, pull over to a clear spot, away from bridges or power lines. The car itself actually gives you pretty good protection. And if you're already outside, your biggest risk is debris from buildings, so your main goal is to get into an open area as fast as you can.
So the initial quake might only last a minute, but the danger is not over, not by a long shot. Let's talk about the critical steps you need to take in the immediate aftermath.
Once the shaking stops, don't just jump up. Take a breath and count to 60. Let things settle. Now be ready for aftershocks. They are a certainty, and when they hit, it's right back to drop, cover, and hold on. Your first move? Put on sturdy shoes. The floor will almost definitely be covered in broken glass. Then, do a quick hazard check. Do you smell gas? Use your nose. Never, ever a lighter.
Your phone probably won't work. The internet will be down. But a simple, battery-powered or hand-crank radio, that is going to be your lifeline to official information. This is how you'll get credible instructions on what to do next, where to go for help, and which areas to avoid.
I know this can all feel a bit overwhelming. I totally get it. But being prepared doesn't have to be this massive, all-or-nothing project. It can start with one simple, powerful step that you can take right now, today.
That's it. The easiest thing you can possibly do to start your journey to being prepared is to set up a reliable way to get life-saving information when you need it most.
And a great modern tool for this is called Alertable. It's a free app that local governments use to send official alerts right to your phone.
This is how you'll get clear, life-saving instructions, cutting through all the rumors and confusion. Whether it's an evacuation order or news on where shelters are, this is how the authorities will communicate, and it only takes like 2 minutes to download.
So we end where we began, with a choice. Be the grasshopper or be the ant. And remember, being the ant doesn't mean doing everything all at once. It just means doing something. So, what's the one thing you'll do today? Will you download that app, secure that one bookcase, or just start the conversation with your family? The first step is yours to take.